Signs your dog might have pancreatitis. And I'm going to preface, I am not a vet. I have no degree of any kind. This is just from my own personal experience with my dog who's 16 that has pancreatitis. The biggest sign, and I'd say probably the most obvious sign, it kind of looks like bloat. The side of their rib cage widens out. They just get balloon-like. You'll notice heavy panting, excessive water drinking. And I don't just mean more than the average dog or your dog. I mean excessive. Like they're wanting to drink water every hour, every couple hours. If your dog is a little bit more further along, you're going to notice lethargy. They're going to be sleeping more. They're going to be a little more tired than what you would typically be used to seeing. And in my case, my dog is 16, so she sleeps a lot in general. So her signs I have to really watch for. Tenderness in the stomach. That goes hand in hand with swelling. Some dogs will start to lose their appetite, and that's a telltale sign that something is wrong. The dog has issues going to the restroom or loses their appetite. All of those things are common symptoms that something is wrong. But specifically with pancreatitis, you want to pay attention to the beginning stages. That's where it's cute. You can catch it early, you can reverse it. Now Zoe, she was diagnosed 2 years ago. Pop up a video right over here, what it looked like when she was showing signs, but we didn't know what it was. We just thought she was getting a little fat. She wasn't fat. She was severely inflamed and bloated and tender. Actually, this video was taken in the morning. Later that night, we ended up in the ER. This is what we feed our dogs now. This is Dr. Harvey's Canine Health. I also use raw vibrance. I switch back and forth because the Canine Health bag is a little bit less expensive in comparison to the raw vibrance bag, and I do have 3 dogs, 2 of which are larger and young. It's more of a financial decision for me, but both bags are fantastic. The difference between the 2 bags, raw vibrance is strictly fruits and vegetables, freeze-dried, balanced for your dog, once mixed with a meat source. And the omega-3 oil we use now, because again, we've been doing this for 2 years, is this one. And the reason we switched over to what we're doing here is because Dr. Harvey specifically, which is the rabbit hole that I went down with Zoe, they sent me home with a recipe to cook her food as she was recovering. It was bland chicken, sticky rice, sweet potato. And I was like, if she's going to be eating human food, I might as well feed her that for the rest of her life. At that point in time, she was 14, 13, give or take. It's like, I'm not going to switch her back over to kibble when kibble was the reason she got sick to begin with. Let me be more specific. High fat content kibble was the reason she got sick to begin with. My puppies were eating puppy food. Puppy food is high in fat. Now, I did give her puppy food, and I had asked the vet several times if that was okay. He said it was fine. Puppy food is, yes, high in fat, but she's a smaller dog. She's not going to be eating a lot. She's a senior dog. She only nibbles. No worries. But I was also giving her freeze-dried bits. Those freeze-dried bits are about 94% crude fat. The thing that I didn't know at the time was fat causes pancreatitis, especially over time. And this was over a course of 8 months, 2 to 3 weeks specifically with the topper as a full course meal. Because on the back of the bag of that particular topper, it specifically said you could give it to your dog as a full course meal. It's like, okay, you would think that the freeze-dried bits are better quality for your dog. So that's what I would do. I'm like, she's a senior dog. She prefers these freeze-dried bits anyway. So that's what we gave her. Ultimately, what caused her pancreatitis? She was hospitalized for 3 days. It was a whole ordeal. We literally almost lost her. She had a 50-50 shot of coming out alive. Now, I went down the rabbit hole after they sent me home with that recipe. I go, if I'm going to be giving her human food, then I might as well figure out a way to make their meal. Why go as far as just giving it to her? Why am I not giving it to all 3 of my dogs? So I went down the rabbit hole and I came across Dr. Harvey. That is essentially what started this whole journey. Cooking my dogs human grade food from scratch every week. They get a home cooked meal essentially every morning and every night. To the point where she's 2 years old, my other one's 3.5. They have absolutely no tartar buildup on their teeth. The other thing I want to preface, area you're going to notice the swelling. They'll get really wide in this region right here. You see how she goes inward right now? This will balloon out like this. That is the telltale sign that her pancreatitis is in a flare. Usually when it's in a flare, I'll feed her smaller portions just more frequently throughout the day to give her body a chance to digest and give her a chance to recover. If that happens, I also cut out all treats from her diet during that time frame, and I make her another batch without omega oil in there. Even though omega oil is a good fat, it is still fat. I notice that she recovers a lot faster if I do that. Zoe also has a collapsing trachea, which is progressive. She's had it since she was a pup. She now also has syncope episodes. If you guys want to see a video on what it's like to handle a dog with syncope, let me know. There are tips and tricks that you can help snap your dog out of an episode before it starts.